Okie dokie nerds, welcome back. Vintage challenge time, and we're just going to play Dredge again. I've not played in a couple of weeks actually, so I'm just going to run back exactly the same as I played last time. I think my last video was the last time I played cards, so yeah, we're just going to run it back. New challenge format, lower prizes, lower buy-in. Not sure I love it, but you know, so it goes. So yeah, simple dredge stuff. Mulligan to Bazaar, get a dredger in the yard, dredge as much as you can, bring back Narcomoebas, Amalgams, Ghouls, and Icarids, chill them a little, interact with Forces and Griefs, and then your opponent is dead. Dredge is, according to Goldfish, the biggest deck in the metagame at the moment, most represented, so we can expect a target on our head, but we only need to win one of the post-board games usually, so yeah. That's going to be that, and I'll see you for round one in about 2 minutes. Okay, then. So round one, we're up against Flost, who has no previous vintage record that I can see of. Lots of legacy, and they've mulliganed to 6, haven't revealed a Lurus, so it could be a mirror. We're going to take a mulligan as well, and now we're going to take a powder. Let's see what they did. Shaking, they mulligan to 5, so yeah, looking more likely. So I'm going to powder, and I'm just going to keep an Icarid and oh no, I'll keep a Narcomoeba. I think. What's more important, Narc or Icarid in the mirror match? I guess the Icarid's better. Yeah. They mulligan to 5. I mulligan to 5. Oh, good grief. I wonder what they're on then. 5 is at the point where it's like they're starting to be a dredge deck, right? And if you've got no previous experience, not experience, but you know, previous vintage record, then dredge isn't. Dredge is like quite a common pick up and go deck. The fundamentals of how the deck operates aren't too difficult. But let's see if they come with something else. Okay, opponent's kept on 5. We're going to go to 4. And there's a Bazaar of Baghdad. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom some cards. I think these 3, Chill, Chalice, whatever that was, that last one, that blue card. Force of Will. And if they're not on Dredge, we've got a Grief. And if they're not on Dredge. So I've just lost my Chalice. That was the question, right? Okay, so it's just mono white, okay. And I can't beat a priest, peacekeeper. They've done this wrong so far, yeah. Looks like a peacekeeper as well. Unless they're just gonna play a dungeoneer. I'm gonna play a dungeoneer. Okay, so dungeoneer we might be able to race, but it is quick. No chance to reveal, just a basic planes. We got our hand back. I haven't got any bridges, so what's the best way to play? Grief pitching Ghoul. Or activate first, because if I activate I can discard. I can choose what I discard, right? And I can slow roll a Grief that way. Okay. If I want to slow roll a Grief. I don't think I do. I think I'd rather have a Noxious Revival. So I'll discard the Silver Smoke Ghoul. I'll Grief them. They've got Chrome Mox and White Plume, so we'll just take the White Plume. They've got nothing left over in their hand, which is cool. And then we've got Chrome Mox Plains, or Chrome Mox Plains. And now they get to do maybe some scrying, maybe some digging. Like, scry for Wasteland doesn't look awful, but no, they're just going straight to the face. We didn't exile any of those cards that gain us life, Creeping Chill. So that's good news. There's the planes there into Chrome Mox, which they're just rolling out the Chrome Mox. They're exiling something to Chrome Mox. It's a weird play. Exiling a Chancellor. Okay, maybe it's not such a weird play. I mean, it's weird. It just means that they're not playing Solitude, right? That's all that means. They find a Vexing Bauble. They bink us for 6. Crunchy crunch. It's going to be a close one, but we have got things going on. I'm just going to take a draw step here and dredge 5. We chill them, which is going to bring back a Silver Smoke Ghoul. They bind the Bauble. So is there any reason to activate over the top of this? I don't think it matters. I'm activating anyway. Stinkweed Imps on the roll is cool. So another Stinkweed Imp, please. Another Creeping Chill. No more Bazaars, which is why I was slow rolling. So we will hit them in the face, and we will hit them in the face. We go back to 20. I'm going to get Silver Smoke Ghoul, Silver Smoke Ghoul. They're at 14, so let's just think this through. I get 2 Silver Smoke Ghouls, I get 2 Prized Amalgams, and then I get 2 Icarids. So that's 2 lots of 3, so that's 18. They can block 1, so we just top the Black Lotus and we win. This makes sense, right? Everything comes back. They hit us for 11 next turn. Nobody cares you're dead. Yeah, cool. So we're just going to give them Black Lotus and win the game. Because this will trigger the 2 Amalgams. 9, 15, yeah. We're going to take 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, cool. So here's a Black Lotus for you. And we can get away with this because they're hellbent, right? We know they've not got anything there. We know they can't fix the top of their deck. They draw a Lotus, attack me for 6, maybe 7, and then they just die to my board. Cool. White Plume was the top card as well, and that would have been pretty piss annoying, to be honest. Okay. I lose some life. They play a Lotus. Amalgams come back. Icarids come in. We can play around a little bit, can't we? Do some dredging, do some chilling, there's some narcs, blah blah blah. Opponent is just dead on board. Shambling Shells, I guess. And a Grief, why not? Got Grave Troll on the draw step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is lethal and a bonus 1 there. Cool. Bing bong. Opponent deceased. We have the initiative. So, how do we sideboard? Okay, so just looking at the first mono white deck on Goldfish. Apparently it's by Tutin, who 9-0'd a challenge at some point. I'll drag it in actually. Here we go. Sideboard wise, they've got 4 Leyline, 1 Archon, 4 Priest, 1 Tab. That's a lot of cards. So we definitely need the Sickening Shoals. I'm going to bring in the Vigors to start. And we'll consider these. Chalice on the draw is likely bad. I might just drop all the blue nonsense. Did they have Plough? I've got 2 Ploughs. I don't really care enough about my setup, I don't think. I think that can just go as well. And then 3 more cards. I don't think it's the Ghouls. I think maybe a Thug. 2 Thugs. Do I want Revivals? I probably need the Revivals for a green card. And then, yeah, just 1 Ghoul. So we've still got like close to max threats, right? Maybe Forces on the draw are better than Griefs. I always do this, actually. I always fuck up this bit. That's a Powder. But bringing in the strips to play around the Tabernacle a little bit. What did I exile so far? 2 Amalgams. So maybe I'll keep an Amalgam and I'll bit in the rest. I could have kept a powder. Go 5. Got a Bazaar, got a green card, hollow one, so those 4 are great. And I can ditch like Creeping Chill Grief. Or Creeping Chill Icarid. I don't know. I guess Creeping Chill Grief. And we know that our penultimate card is a Creeping Chill. I've got a Leyline of the Void. I'm going to slow roll slightly. The Cavern of Souls. I might be able to kill a Chrome Mox here. There we go. Ding. So that's going to go on the stack and we'll just kill these 2 now. So they don't get their mana off their Chrome Mox. They might have other Mox in, but that's fine. They are allowed to exile a card here. Oh, they opt out of it. But that's kind of gotten pretty good so far. We just need to find a dredger. We didn't do. So now Wasteland is like critical, basically. We do have a 4/4, but I mean that's probably not going to do the job. Dink. That's going to hurt. Okay. Ouchie. Icarid doesn't work. Narcomover is not a black card. And we have, I mean, we've got really poor outs, but we have got them right. And that the outs are that they just flounder and lose. Yeah, that doesn't look like losing and floundering, does it? That's quite a good draw, just because it turns on the Sickening Shoal for most of their cards. And the fact they've not played a card means that it's quite likely that their follow-up here is like an Archon of Seasoned Dungeoneer. No, they've got nothing. I will relish in the idea of wastelanding that, oh, I like that one. Wastelanding that Cavern of Souls in the future. So this hits them to 8. I will spin because I want to see if I can find a hollow one. I cannot. Do I want to grief them? I don't think so. I think I want to kill things that get in the way. Human. Yeah, I guess I just discard a grid. Discard a grid so I can clear a blocker. It's just, is there Containment Priest getting in the way of Icarid? I'll bring back an Icarid this turn, I don't care, because it kills their Ancient Tomb if it gets through. They need to do something now. Okay, I haven't had my graveyard out because it's pointless, but this is my graveyard. So this is... That's the Icarid that's triggering, this is the Icarid that's getting eaten. And then we draw a card. And we attack for 7. Bing, bing. And that really kind of hurts, right? Oh, sorry, it doesn't. What's this? Containment Priest. Well, I just win now, don't I? That's cool. You're dead. Round 1, tick. See for round 2 and just a mo. Got quite lucky there. The second Bazaar was really good. The hollow one, right. My opening hand was pretty good with Sickening Shoal plus Vigor. But lucky that they missed on mana, so I'll see you for round 2. Okie dokie then, so it's round 2, we're up against Miss Flood, and they've recently had a finish with Espertinka, which is like a White Plume Seasoned Dungeoneer whole breacher list. So that's cool. We're going to powder this hand, and we'll mulligan this one. A bit upsetting. We're down to 6 again. Now we're down to 5, and there's a bazaar here. We are on the draw, so our chalice isn't insane. What did I get rid of? Just a little bit here and there, nothing too major. I'll keep this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I just put the chill on the bottom and one of the revivals, and we can kind of see how we do. I think this looks good because we've got force into thing into activate. I just realised that their list was pre-restriction, so maybe not too much of a drama. But we've got turn 1 force of will, and then we'll be able to resolve the chalice and see how we do. Okay, so that's quite a slow and boring start from the opponent here. Let's just roll out the chalice, I think. And then we'll play the bazaar. And I will still activate Bazaar of Baghdad. And just discard the dredges. Yeah, that was dope. That was perfect. We've got a Noxious for a Wasteland, and we've got 3 dredges in the yard. We've got Force of Will to protect against their first big payoff. And it's going to be hard for them to get off a Tinker or something in the face of this Chalice. So, a good start from us. Their opener was pretty underpowered. So they might be on like a breach list. That's a time walk. I think that's fine. I've got no reason to fight that. Maybe they're like a Grixis list this time around. Volcanic Island. Dak Faden. Do we care about Dak Faden? Gonna take our Chalice. I mean, I'm gonna start coming off cards soon, so I'm gonna do this. And that just gets through. And do I want to do the same as last time and like slow roll slightly? I think I've got the luxury to because I've got so many dredges. So let's do that. Hit a Narcomoeba. And with the trigger on the stack, we'll go again. We found a Grave Troll as well, which is really quite powerful if we can find an Amalgam. We cannot challenge Impossible. No, okay. We didn't even hit a Bazaar of Baghdad. We did hit a Chill. I suppose 2 Amalgams have gone. We've not been very good at hitting Bazaars here, have we? For these like slow rolls on the Noxious. So let's pass the turn to the opponent. We get a Silver Smoke Ghoul back, which I guess is better than nothing. How much am I attacking from them for 10 next turn? So they could just die to the 3 remaining chills, to be honest with you. So they have walked, so they do get up to 4 mana. And I'm just going to go on my upkeep here. I don't care about my Noxious. Yeah. They're paying some costs. They've got a Hull Breacher, which doesn't actually do anything against Dredge. So that's cool. Nice little replacement effect. Instead, see, I can select the Hull Breacher if I want to give them a treasure. But I actually want to replace it with the Dredge effect. So these will all go. Our records will resolve and we'll bring back 2 Griefs. Still 0 Amalgams. Oh, yeah, exile the Griefs. And now we'll pick up the Grave Troll again. Hit a Narcomoeba. Now we get an Amalgam. Which is cool, because now if we get twisted, we've got something. And we'll attack them for 10. They might block the Silver Smoke Ghoul, but I don't think that's too much of an issue. Opponent falls to 7. They've got 3 cards in hand. A Tinker's likely annoying. A Time Twister's very annoying. So we do kind of die to Time Twister a bit here. But I mean, I'll still be presenting something to them. Maybe not enough. Like, if they'd like vamp for Time Twister there, they would have had to... I know they'd make 7 treasures and draw 7 cards, but they would have had to come up with something that kills me right there, because through a fetch I'm still winning, is that right? No, so yeah, they need to lose 2 life for me. One slight issue that the opponents can be dealing with here is that they can't brain freeze me through creeping chills either. So what have I got here? I've got 12 cards. I've got so many Icarids. Absolutely don't need to do anything. I can eat a stinkweed because I'm not using those, am I? No, they've conceded anyway. But what's the play here? If like, obviously we just bring back 3 Icarids. Then it'd be like draw step, do a shell. Shell, thug, thug, thug. Off of 3 draws, triple thug. Yeah. I don't know why 12 times 4 was so hard for me. Oh, that was the wrong math. Maybe that's why I was struggling. Right, anyway, let's move on. Let's take on one of these guys. Do we want to hedge around like something like a Yixlid Jailer? I don't know what Grixis Tinker's doing with his life at the moment. I don't know why you would register such a deck. I joke, but let's go and have a look. Underworld Breach, Whole Breach of Waterlogged Teachings. Oh, it's on that True Hero list. Let's have a look at this because this is dope. They've got Waterlogged Teachings, so the blue-black can always play tap land, or it searches for an instant or a card with flash, which can be these nerds up here, can be the Brain Freeze, could be the DT, I guess. There's one in there somewhere. Apparently not. But yeah, so sideboard anyway. Pithing Needle, Tabernacle Pendule Veil, 4 ley lines. Seems fine. Force of Vigor, a couple of wastes and a couple of shoals. So I need to go 2 ham, I don't think. A couple of thugs can go. Griefs on the draw. That leaves me with 2 cuts. Guess I can cut a Silver Smoke Ball, a Silver Smoke Ball, a Silver Smoke Ball, and bring back a thug. This is a Bazaar on 7 with Force green card, Force blue card, and a Treasure and a Hollow one. This is about as good as it really gets, isn't it? This is the high life. It's going to get very white quickly. I'm just going to check their list for Flusterstorms. I'm assuming this is the list, but Pyroblast would be annoying. Got 6 cards, so they kept 7. Yeah, alright, I'm just going to kill this. Cool. Hopefully they don't just go Land Needle, that'd be really annoying. You got the Force back? Nope. Okay. So far so good, opponents on 4 cards. We've gone through 2 hate pieces so far. They don't have Forces of Will for this hollow one, so over to them. So that was the risk of me doing it early, right? Was it then they have the Force of Will? That's a pretty good way to come back into the game. Because now I've gone 2 for 1, 2 for 1. And then they've gone... Yeah, they've got so much card advantage over us at the beginning here. But I mean, we've gone through 2 hate pieces, so I feel like that's good for me. Soul Ring. Nothing. So we'll dredge a thug and hope we hit something else. Hit Creeping Chill and a Shambling Shell, so that'll have to do for the first activation, that shell. Yeah, I just don't... There's nothing else I can ever hit. Let's play Bazaar, trade a shell. Oh, and we hit Stinkweed Imp. So we're 38 cards, so we can just cruise for a little while without having to think. So, and that's going to bring back a number of prized amalgams. I presume we found a number of Icarids. That number is exactly 1, which isn't great, but it's fine. Cool, so the Creeping Chill in the graveyard. The Creeping Chill in exile. So there's 2 chills left, opponents at 12. We've got 2 amalgams in play. So if they have a turn like Jet, Leyline, Tabernacle, that'd be annoying. Oh, we've got a Vamp in the upkeep. That's not cool. It's usually pretty bad for us. But they might be so low that they actually have to just Vamp for Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, yeah. And then they walk, okay. 3 cards, 4 cards after the draw step. And we're moving on to Icarids and Chills here. So like if a hard cast Leyline kind of ices us, it's really hard for us to get back in. How do I want to do this? Do I care about my dredges? Yes. So I think I'll have to do the Icarid last. Because then I can eat an amalgam, you know? I've only got 2 Creeping Chills left. Nothing matters, does it? So I don't even need to activate right now. So I can eat amalgams. Draw step, Dread Distinct Imp. Hit a Narcomoeba. Attack them for 3. Opponent falls to 7. 23 doesn't sound like something that's going to be like divisible by easy dredging. Yeah, without the Grave Troll, it's actually impossible, isn't it? Waterlogged Teachings. Okay, show me your instant. Instant or card with flash? Vamp's gone. So there's no like EDH style stupid tutor chain. I don't know what they're gonna get. And the reason I've not activated my Bazaar is I've just not got any reason to kind of go over the top of them here, right? So I found an Orcish Bowmasters, which I don't think is a big deal. Unless they play Time Twister first. Unless they, yeah, Bowmaster Time Twister. So we've got a Dredge on end step anyway. And end step is fine here. Because my creatures just die. Bowmaster continues to do nothing in the same way Hull Breacher does nothing. You just punch my face, right? Okay, you're going after my Narcomoeba. Make it make sense. So Bazaar of Baghdad, I'm going to dredge a Stinkweed Imp and a Golgari Thug apparently. Hit a Creeping Chill. How many Icarids did I get? All of them. Opponent goes to 4. We untap. We'll do the Icarids. Got 14 cards left. And one of those is a Creeping Chill, I believe. I can eat a Thug. So I'm just going to dredge my Thug here. hits the chill. So now I need to find something else to kill me with. I need like a bolt or something to stay alive. 1, 2, 3, and then the other creeping chills in my graveyard. I know I could have gone a bit harder, but I just didn't really need to. I don't know what I'm playing around though, so maybe it's just better to go harder. But I definitely can't recover from like a trap or something, can I? So maybe that second Bazaar activation on their end step I needed to go and find the 4th Icarid with. Because if they flash in a whole Breacher here and trade off, they get a turn. And then they can come up with something. Tinker for Sphinx. And then I would attack them for 9. And then that would work. Yeah, Tinker for Sphinx I think would work from the spot. But anyway, they're dead. So that's that instead. So yeah, I think I misplayed the end there, but it didn't matter. So go us. See you for round 3. Okie dokie nerds. Round 3. We're up against Cow 402. Chow 402. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a good Bazaar on 7 hand. We've got a Grief. We've got a Hollow 1, bit of interaction. Opponent usually plays mono white, so turn 1 Peacekeeper kills us basically. Which is kind of concerning, really, isn't it? 'Cause that's the second time I've said that today. They've got a chance of the annex as well. So, and 7 cards. Oh, is that 2 chancellors? 2 chancellors. And a Lotus, Jesus Christ. 2 chancellors, so they've basically got a 4-card hand. That's a white plume. We can race that. We've done that already today. So 2 chancellors. We're going to get basic planes here. And a Mox Emerald, okay. You can stop there. Two cards left after the Chancellors. We just need to fade this turn, right? And then we're kind of gaming. So we can discard what? Force, Grief, no, Force, Stinkweed Imp, Noxious something, Grief you, play a Hollow 1. White Plume untaps. Got Barry Thug. Okay, so we're going to start on an activation. We'll discard all the imps. We will Noxious Revival a Black Lotus. And eat the 2 Chancellor triggers. This allows us to play Grief, which we can just pitch a Shambling Shell, that doesn't really matter. And hopefully this Grief can get hold of a Peacekeeper. Seasoned Dungeoneer and a White Plume. So we'll just take the White Plume Adventurer. Okay, so their hand is exceptionally beatable. Like they might lost well into a they might lost well into an Ancient Tomb, but now they can't lost well into anything. Into like any land, any Mox, if you know what I mean. So whilst the Seasoned Dungeoneer is better, this is easier for us to overcome because it's easier for them to miss. They're just going to forge up over here. I'm just going to take my damage, I don't care. Because I can like dump an Narcomoeba or something. So we'll take our 5. And if they've drawn an Ancient Tomb, then congratulations, I guess. They've drawn nothing. Cool. Well, one thing to note is it could be a Chrome Mox, but that's going to untap. I can just dredge here, right? It doesn't really matter. Stinkweed Imp, stinkweed. So it's just going to be stinkweed imps for the rest of the day now. I get 2 Narcomoebas. Your white plume can untap, that's absolutely fine. Like, Chrome Mox is annoying if they then hit a land, like it's still going runner into the thing. This is going to bring back, like, the world. By that I mean 1 silver smoke ball. That's all I've got at the moment. No attacks, because then we can block the white plume. We're at 19, we'll get silver smoke back into play. I think there's 2 Icarids here. So next turn we'll probably just completely turn the corner and end them. I wonder, because if they don't play a land... No, I think I've still got a block if they attack. I can send 2 Icarids, a silver smoke ball, and probably a hollow one, to be honest with you. And I hold back the Narcs to try and maintain the initiative unless they... I don't know, the bit I'm struggling with is what happens if they play a land, right? I don't think you can just suicide in a white plume adventure like this. Doesn't look like it's getting you anywhere. Yeah, no, cool. And that's really great for us, because now I can just send the squad that's not like the non-Narcomoeba squad can go in. I do want to activate now because I want my amalgams to see everything happen. Stinkweed imp, all the stinkweed imps. We're on 25 cards, so we're still cruising. We've got this turn and next turn locked up, sort of thing. So the Icarids are going to eat the griefs. We're going to get the initiative off them. We'll then dredge a stinkweed imp. I haven't found a troll yet. So stinkweed imp comes back, that's 20 cards. Get rid of this so I don't misclick on anything. And I'll send, yeah, not the Narcomoebas. I'll send everything else. Hang on. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I'll send I'll send everything that's not a Narc. I can send one of the Narcs. And then we'll just hold back this little Narcomoeba just for the chill. Just for the fun of it. The sport. We do get the initiative. I don't have any basic lands, which is probably a deck registration error. But I do have these triggers. Pretty cool as well. Cool. A number of prized amalgams come back. Our opponent has 2 chances of the Annex, a Seasoned Dungeoneer, and 2 mystery cards in hand. There's a non-zero chance actually that I'm supposed to do that attack, because now they're just a chill away from death. Sorry about the police. Okay, an opponent concedes game 1. They can't get anywhere. So I'm going to do the same as last time. It's going to be these and these and these. Although last time I had Grease in, didn't I? I think on the draw this time I'm going to try and keep blue cards. I'm not sure if that's very good, but that's what I'm going to try. I've run out of cards that I want to cut. Let's just cut a Wasteland. I almost missed the misstep. I think this is okay. It might be awful. I can't remember what I did last time. I've not thought about Magic for 2 weeks, which is an issue. That's not true. I played last week. I loaded it up and I played 1 round of Lurus. I didn't really want to play the challenge, but somehow I just registered it and sat there, sort of thing. I was like, no, I've got to play the challenge. And I played 1 round, and I played against Duke in round 1. And at the end of turn 4, he'd wastelanded all 4 of my underground seas. And I was like, you know what? I'm not playing this. So I dropped. And that was last week's challenge. This hand's a mulligan. And this hand's a keep. It's a bit of a banger as well. We're not very good against the old Lay Lizzle. I'm gonna hold on to this chill. And the reason I'm gonna hold on to this chill is because it kills a 4-power creature. Or a 4 toughness creature, I guess. But no leyline from the opponent. Just a basic plains. Typically that means it's like a wasteland heavy or a... What's the other card they play? Tabernacle. Heavy thing. Heavy hand. So I'm going to ditch Thug, Amalgam, Thug. Nah, 2 Amalgams. Yeah, 2 Amalgams can go. And now we'll play this. I'm going to maintain this chill for as long as possible, basically. This sickening chill, creeping chill thing. I'll get my graveyard out because it's probably about to go kind of big. Now both my Amalgams will see my first Narcomoeba, although I know one of them's on the bottom. They'll flashing Containment Priest will kill it, and the Narc will come into play, and life will be great. If they tab me, they tab me. That's just part of it. But we have got a nice upkeep activation because we've got this spare Golgari Thug here. Now I guess they're facing the dilemma. I don't know if it's a dilemma of do I wasteland them or do I hold up Containment Priest. And it's really horrible if they're for them if their card in hand, their only mana source in hand is wasteland, because wasteland go is like, I mean 2 mana go is already a face up Containment Priest, so we have to think about it. But wasteland go is like showing us your hand completely sort of thing. Not even like, you know, if they go basic planes go, then we've got to think about Containment Priest a lot, but they could just be having a hand where they like, actually I'll wait and play the Tabernacle. Okay, it's just an Ancient Tomb, but this still looks like Priest go, right? We've still got to consider Priest go here. That was a lot of words to say. I'm always playing around Containment Priest and never coming off this Sickening Shoal. But it's rough for them if they have to commit a Wasteland to hold up the Containment Priest. So we get some little dredging going here. Nothing too exciting. Draw step, we'll pick up a Stinkweed Imp. Wink. So Narcomoeba, that'll get the Priest out of their hand. There we go. Priest is fine. Priest dies. Thanks for joining. Yes, please. Triple Amalgam. So they've got to have the Tabernacle and they've got to have it pretty soon, really. And then we'll attack them for 4, I guess. So I've gone through 1 Creeping Chill. Opponent falls to 14. And I'm just going to dump a bunch of cards, I think. So Stinkweed Imp. Golgari Thug. No Creeping Chill. Just 2 Icarids. Okay. Oh, and 3 Amalgams, sorry. So, opponent's dead on board. Tabernacle obviously buys them a lot of time, but it might not actually buy them enough, right? Because they'll take 6 off my Icarids, and then I've got 3 chills left. That looks like a good bit of arithmetic for us. Especially if you're committing anything to the board, you've got an Ancient Tomb there. Kind of tough. Archon of 3/2 that taxes me. Archon of Ghostly Prison. I don't know what it's called. The dude that stops us from attacking. That would be annoying. Only for Peacekeeper, but that doesn't do anything. Like it does, right? But it's got to block, so... Well, actually, they might just be dead. Yeah, they're just dead. Tabernacle? To follow up? Wasteland, sure. Also not a massive relevance for us right now, due to the incoming squad of lethal creatures. Eat a shell. Cool. How many Solitudes can they really be holding? I'll try to Stinkweed Imp. No Creeping Chill. Did I take them out accidentally? Creatures go in, opponent goes to the graveyard. There's one Solitude. My Silver Smoke balls are coming back now. Oh no, I think they went out actually. Okay, yeah, the Silver Smoke's left. Cool. Okay, to 23. Basically a Creeping Chill. Got another one? No, you Wasteland me, sure. Now you block, and you take 13. Pretty tough. Pretty tough one. Thank you. Cool. See you for round 4. Okie dokie, round 4 up against Danielakos. We have finally won ourselves a die roll. Their results are previously a range of not Urza's Saga, Lura's Saga decks. And they've got Lurrus again today. Cool. Which is good game 1, and then we have to look up what their post-board plan is, basically. As if you find a Bazaar of Baghdad. Which we've been like medium good at today, right? I think I've only kept 1-7, so it's been like kind of a bit sloggy, but saying that, we've kind of cruised as well. So we are in like getting into the back half of the tournament now, so we're up against the other people who have opted out of losing. So keep 4. I'm just going to drop the blue cards. Grief, Pitching, Shambling Shell. Ship a Bazaar, I guess. I should play the Bazaar first in case I find a better black card to discard. Like a Creeping Chill or something. Or another Grief. Noxious does excite me, but I think it's got to go. So I think you got to play this as if you're not getting your Bazaar back. So we'll just Grief them and see what we can come up with. Like, I'd rather resolve a Grief than I would. Is that true? Maybe this is flawed. Maybe this is really flawed. But the thing is, I don't believe that their deck can beat me slow dredging. They've got a Force of Will for this Grief, so either way it wasn't going to happen. But I could have had Grief plus Noxious in hand, and then next turn I get Wastelanded, and then I dredge a shell, and then I Grief them. Oh god, that was so much better, wasn't it? Slow roll the Grief to clear a path for the Noxious to pick up the Bazaar again. We missed that. So they pitched a Probe to Force of Will. They've got the Wasteland, yeah. That said, as I said a moment ago, I'm not a believer that they can beat a slow dredge. So we'll pick up the Stinkweed Imp, and it'll be them. And then we've got Stinkweed Imp, Thug, Grief, Icarid, Shell. So that's cool. So back over to the opponent here, who currently has no permanents. I mean, neither do we. So we do get to hit them for 3. And with Shell, Thug, Imp, we should be able to keep it rolling for a little while. So Underground Sea, Brainstorm. Okay. Is that like Desperation, or is that like they're holding Moxlorian? Who knows? I do regret how I played this though. Because if I hold Grief Noxious and we can use the Grief next turn, we can just dredge a shell and use the Grief to clear a path for the Noxious, and then we're kind of cruising, right? So I have not played well. I've got a Lotus. That's kind of tough. I mean, they've only got 3 cards in hand. So now that's 2 cards. I mean, they are getting close to Lurrus, but we are going to start dealing damage, start doing some dredging, dredge a Stinkweed Imp, hit Creeping Chill, hit Silver Smoke Wall and Amalgams. That's like just like 6 power, just casually out those 5 cards. Hit you for 3, you fall to 12, and 6 power comes into play, and I've got another Grief for this Icarid. So the Icarid food is coming along nicely. 3 cards, but they're going to get to deploy Lurrus. cycles of Lorien, so they did have the Lorien to shuffle with their Brainstorm. But they liked one of the cards, right, because they resolved their trigger. So 3 cards in hand. They're going to get up to Lurrus into play this turn. Buy Lotus, play Lurrus, and then, depending what their hand's like, replay the Bauble or replay the Lotus. So it's not great for us, but I get an Amalgam back. I get an Ichrid in again. I'm attacking them for 9. They've got to come up with something. It could be a Bowman in hand. That would be good. I've got another Stinkweed Imp to dredge with though. So Amalgam's in. Ichrid's in. Stinkweed Imp goes again. Creeping Chill and Narcomoeba is cracked. It makes this a lethal attack in some respect. It depends on what they do with their Bowman, right? Bowmasters are annoying because they'll block everything. They'll kill Silver Smoke, block Amalgam, trump Ichrid, and then they'll have repeated Bowmasters going forwards. But we've got to work with what we've got. I've chilled them twice so far, so I only need to do 3 more points of damage. And then my chills can do the rest. I'm just going to get in. I'm expecting a Bowmaster here. But, you know, I'm not here to not attack, right? Well, I say I'm expecting a Bowmaster. Bowmaster is definitely the worst card that they can have for us. Like, Fatal Push doesn't do anything. The Silver Smoke's coming back this turn if they kill it. If they kill both the Silver Smoke and the Amalgam, then they're both coming back. The Ichrid's going to die and come back anyway, so... Hopefully they've not really got much, and their option is to trade Lurrus with one of these 3, at which point they trade with the Amalgam. If that's like a massive result for us, looks really good. Ichrid dies, which means the Amalgam's back next turn. The Narc's going to peck away as well, and I've still got the looming threat of 2 chills left in my 39 cards. 3 cards for the opponent. We could kind of do with them sort of bricking in some respects. It looks like they've got a treasure cruise though. That's the absolute opposite of a brick. They keep Lurrus in the bin, which is interesting. I wonder if they've got like an unearth or some shit. Blue, blue, blue. Ancestrals himself. They're up to 7 cards, 5 mana. Still digging for something. How annoying is Psychic Frog? It's not the worst, it's not the best, right? It's going to keep cruising them through cards. Like, it could definitely take over in some respects, but I'm just going to be sending my creatures at them for the rest of the game pretty much every turn, I think. So 6 cards. You found 1 frog. You found 2? No. So we'll eat a Shambling Shell. That's going to trigger our Amalgam. And we'll just pick up a Thug. Hits another Narcomoeba. That hits another Amalgam. In goes the squad. I have no like sentimental attachment to any of my creatures, so they can all go in. 35 cards, 2 chills. They're discarding some cards, so misstep. Yeah, I guess all the permission that they've made their way through is pointless, right? Yeah. And now they can eat the Silver Smoked. Or did you find a Bowman? No, so you're going to push a Narc. 2 cards now, though. Block here. 2 Amalgams come into play. And I've got the Ichrid next turn as well. And the other Narcomoeba. So we did misplay turn 1. But I was right in that game one, the Lurrus deck just can't actually beat Dredge. Right. I don't know, they did everything. They bought Lurrus, they played a Frog, they cast Treasure Cruise, Lotus, Ancestral, Ponder in the same turn, right? Like, now, we need to look up what they play in their sideboard. Okay, so opponent's sideboard plan, I'm going to drag it in quickly just so we can have a look together. They've got 2 Jailers. They've got 2 Crypts and 2 Tabs. Let's just have a look again at that. This is, when's this? 19-9, when's that? That's 2 days ago, so they got 3rd place on Thursday. What's their artifact? So Soul Guide Lantern, Crypt, Tab. Do I want the Vigors? I don't think so. I think they've got a Needle in there. I'm going to go 2 Ghouls. I'm going to go maybe just all the blue cards. Bring back a Ghoul. Bring back a Thug, I mean. Do I want the Vigors? If they've changed their sideboard plan and they have a Needle, it's really bad to not bring the Vigors. But I think I'm going to try this out. 2 Crypts, 2 Tabs, 2 Jailers. Because all of their artifact and enchantment based hate sacrifices to exile, so my Vigors just force it during their turn at some point. That's not great, so why don't we just have a few more threats and a few more cards? That's going to be my approach. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but just... This used to be something I was able to do against Unlucky Monkey on Jeskai a few years ago, when he never played like Needles or anything like that. His sideboard was just 4 Tormod's Crypt, which was really good for us. This is challenging. This is a challenging mulligan, isn't it? Creeping Chills are so good. I'm going down to 1 of them. Oh, this is going to push the limits, isn't it? Oh, God. I don't like wasting the powder, but I feel like I'm supposed to mulligan. Like, just so many of these games come down to me just flipping Chills. Right, I'm not delighted by this. I think I need to think about it. Okay, I'm going to mulligan regularly, and this is super questionable. Because I always hate this stuff. It's like, oh, should I just powder here or not? I actually think I'm just going to mulligan. Get punished for it. Powder keeping Troll, I assume. Powder keeping Chill. That's so bad. I'm not sure. It's just the Creeping Chills are such a big part of this game. I'm going down to 1 Creeping Chill against the Tormod's Crypt deck. I need as many triggers to force them to use the Tormod's Crypts and stuff. I don't know, that might have been super punty. They've gone to 6 as well, which I guess is a good thing. I'm going to powder this one. I'm going to keep the Troll in my deck. Oh, and I'm just going to powder everything away, sure. Go to 5. 2 Bazaars. So Narc and powder to the bottom, and then we'll see what we do from there. Narc first, because then I can land exactly on that one to bring back amalgams at the end. 2 Sickling Chills, 1 Creeping Chill, 1 Hickory, 1 amalgam. So like a bit of a trim. Okay. Oh, they're on the play. Fuck. I don't want dungeon information on my sideboard. Why did I do this then? I sideboarded as if I was on the draw. They did mulligan to 5. They've got Tormod's Crypt there, which I can't remove until they want to. So they mulligan to 5, they've got Tormod's Crypt. What should we feed them? The payoffs? Cast a hollow one. So we're going to feed them this stuff here, right? And that should work to scare them slightly, I think. Underground Sea. I think I will activate, because I can feed them the Silver Smoke as well. Silver Smoke Ball as well, I think. Okay, so they've got Bowmasters. Sure, fine. So they're going to Bowman. They're going to hit me. Well, they might hit my hollow one for one, actually. Yeah. And now they've got to eat my... Oh, they don't have to eat my thing. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, we'll still feed them the Silver Smoke Ball, I think. That's got to be enough to break a crypt, right? There's so much there. Cool. Cool, cool. So the first crypt's done. That's all gone. What are you doing? Cool. Hollow one's only got one tick on it. So we'll get him for 4 here. They've got 2 cards in hand. They take the 4. So they needed to crack the crypt to stop the attack from happening. And now we'll pass with the Bazaar in play. There's a Saga. Psychic Frog. Okay, wow. Bowman comes in. So like decision point here. And I think we just flick the Bazaar. They get this bigger. I get to discard my Troll. And I get to dredge with Golgari Grave Troll. They've got 1 card in hand. They've got a Saga going. They hit me twice. I don't care. I'm going to pick up the Grave Troll first of all. That gets some stuff. We get 2 dredges from that as well. I've got 25 cards, so we are kind of cruising here. I get to cast a hollow one on the way through as well. Amalgam's coming back in. I found 2 Icarids there. I just chilled them a bit, right? Yeah, cool. So let's just go once more then. So Golgari Grave Troll down to 12 cards. Stinkweed Imp down to 7. Yeah, sounds fine. Just maximize it as much as we can. Chill them again. Yes. Attack with one of the hollow ones. Because they got a 3/3 that they can chomp with, or they can double block me and I get to eat the frog. They're going to do that, that's fine. I'll kill the Psychic Frog. So hollow one down, but then a bunch of nonsense comes into play, I presume. Yeah. And I've got 2 Icarids, and we die to Time Warp. Seems fine. Why are you still triggering? Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4 chills have gone. That ticks up, so they've got 3 blockers if they want them. 3 blockers is not enough at the moment though, right? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, no, they take 10, which is kind of tough. So they need to do something more than 3 blockers. So, oh, fucking hell. That's more than 3 blockers. How many Icarids have I lost? 1. So I've got 1 Icarid remaining. And then I just get cryptid next turn. And I've been through my chills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to concede there. I'll see you for game 3 in a sec. Okay, sideboarding for game 3. Am I happy with my sideboarding strategy at the moment? With no vigors? It means I get to keep in all my threats. So I do think I like it. I think I'm just going to ship this. That tabernacle was annoying, wasn't it? I might have been slow rolling it for a while, but I don't know, still annoying. So tabernacle gets into the saga finals. Which just gets a piece of graveyard hate and I can never win. Opponent's got a cat. I've got whatever the hell that is. I don't know about that mulligan. I think it's incorrect, but I will keep one of these cards in my deck. Seeing as it's going on the bottom, I'll keep the chill, actually. Wasteland, Berserk, we'll keep. How much do we want to feed their first Tormod's Crypt? They kept 7. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. I think all of it's fine, seeing as I've drawn a hollow one and a Noxious. Hollow one gets through. This is my graveyard. I ditched an Icarid earlier. Okay. Pluto Delta, Tormod's Crypt. Okay, cool. Fine. I will dredge a Thug. I won't use my Icarid. Narcomoeba the Chill, that should do enough. I feel like that should do. Might not. Kind of tough, but depends on. I guess it depends on how good your Hollow One plan is, right? Like if they don't feel like they've got a good answer to Hollow One right now, I'm gonna grab myself a Sickening Shoal. Does that make sense? I could grab myself a Sickening Shoal, or I could just leave it. I think I'll just leave it. Okay, yeah, cool, that works. Like I can protect my Bazaar better this way. I will use Narcomoeba's ability if I'm allowed to. And then we'll get in for 4. Opponent's going to fall to 16. They've got a fetch land. We're going to play a wasteland. And I will be quite aggro with my wasteland here, because I've got the second one plus it's Noxious. I'm just going to fetch an island or something then. Swamp. Cool. Lurian Field. Basic Swamp's interesting. I didn't know they played that. So yeah, so they're going to play around our wasteland. That's fine. Oh, maybe I should have activated there. Now they're just gonna get to play a Bowmaster from me. Yeah, cool. I still don't think I care though, do I? I just still send it. Yeah, I'll still send. Here I think they can get a Bowmaster on me. I should have activated Upkeep or something. Because now the Bowmaster creature is just slightly bigger than it needs to be. Ooh. I get to discard these cards. That's what's allowed. Bowmaster's fine. Untap, upkeep, I'll just dredge the Thug as normal. We get Creeping Chill, that's going to bring back a Ghoul, which will bring back an Amalgam. And now we can attack for 4 to start with. They're going to chump. And I'm still going to activate post combat here. Is that true? Yeah. Yeah. And just hope there's a Dredger in the top 3. If not, they kill my thing. There is fantastic, and another Silver Smoke Ghoul. And a Narcomoeba. And then we'll play our Wasteland. And pass the turn. And now I get back these cards. There's an Icarid in there as well, chilling out. He'll be back soon. Now the opponent's kind of up against it, I feel like. It's like even Wasteland Walk Tabernacle doesn't work, right? It's not gonna fly. They look at their top card. Bauble into Delta. And they pass. What do they have on top of their deck? They've not fetched. Sure, they can have it. I don't care. I think I can't get into... Yeah, cool. Because I've got to act first there, right? I'm the one who has to act first with my Noxious. So I don't think I can in good conscience Noxious their Delta to force the fetch when they might be fetching anyway. I'll eat a grief. I'll pick up a Stinkweed Imp. And we will attack them for a chunk of damage. And then we'll reassess post-combat what we want to do. We've been through 2 Creeping Chills, which I think is a perfectly acceptable amount of Creeping Chills so far. Sorry, I put my graveyard away. There's something going on behind my graveyard. It's just an Icarid. How many cards can I see? 6, 10? Bowman comes in. Eats a Ghoul. Pushes a Narcomoeba, I guess. Oh no, pushes anything. There's not hardly one. Pushes Amalgam. Sure. You got 3 cards. And they're getting their chomp on. They take 4, going down to 7. I can see 10 cards here. Or maybe 11 if I hit the Stinkweed Imp. Is there anything I want to do? Is there anything I can do? Could Bazaar give them a card, but I've only got 23 cards. I don't need to do that shit, I don't think. Let's just activate Grave Troll. Narcomoeva's great. Thug. Chill me? Oh no. Unlucky. Still 2 amalgams and 2 Narcomoevas. And a lot of Tabernacle installation here. And that's all going to come back before they get to cast a crypt. And I'm just going to put my graveyard away quickly. I'm just not going to sacrifice this wasteland to their underground sea. I just don't think I need to. I think something like Tabernacle Walk Wasteland is far more, maybe not likely, but it's a much bigger problem than anything else, sort of thing. So we'll just hold up the double wasteland plan. They exile a bunch of cards. Yeah, just 2 chills. I still don't know about that mulligan in game 2, where I mulliganed instead of powering. But I just feel like the chills can be such a big aspect of the blue-black deck. But I do think it's wrong. But I feel like chilling them is Ichorids and chills, you know. That's what kills them most. So opponent's doing some stuff. They've got a wasteland. Sure. And wasteland casts a jailer. Does that do anything? I guess it blocks, doesn't it? So, seeing as I can, I'll just pick up a Bazaar then. No, I don't need to pick up a Bazaar. Do I have a strip mine? No, I've got nothing. I've got nothing that I want in my hand. Okay, fine. I'll just take a draw step. Golgari Thug. In comes the squad. Opponent's taking a bunch of damage. They've got to block with both. Oh, and I've just a lock to hit one of my 2 chills, so I've got 12 cards in my deck. No chills there, as expected. 1, 2 chills there. So activate this, Dredge a Grave Troll, cancel. Chill you. Cool. 4-0. That was a bit sweatier though. A lot sweatier really. I don't like my mulligan in game 2, and I think that's my final statement on that. Is I don't like it. Yeah. Okay, 5th round, we're up against Matu Heck, who I think is a dredger. We're on the draw, we've got a Bazaar, we'll keep this. See what they've got. They've also got 7, that's annoying. My 1 advantage. Keeping 7. Okay. Dredge Mirror then. Ichorid, Stinkwood, Ichorid, oh no, other way around. That's very powerful, isn't it, that as a start? So what? I'm going to drop Ichorid Thug Shell with the intention that we can discard the amalgam to the Ichorid triggers later, but we are pretty far behind here, especially with 2 Narcomoevas in hand already. This is their graveyard. They've got an activation over the top of their Ichorid. They missed on dredgers, but they double hit chills. They're going to bring back some amalgams. This is horrific. It's going to be pretty close to. Got therapies as well. Funny. Okay, they're going to be on a bridge list, which means they're going to be like cracked in the mirror. Don't like any of this. On the draw, their opener's insane, and they've got the mirror tech as well. So they eat. What did they just eat? They just ate so much. Ichrid and Stinkweed Imp. So they've got no dredge here. They get 2 amalgams into play. Second Bazaar of Baghdad. Holy fuck. Alright. So we've just like never been more dead. I wonder why you'd... Oh, you've got to exile creatures. That's why that's why they didn't eat their therapy over there. Stinkweed Imp, Josh. Hold on. So we fall to 8 and we're basically dead already. Cool. Okay. We go to my turn now. 2 amalgams. And they found a 4th Ichrid. Is that real life? Yeah, it is. My god. They found so many. All their good cards are in the top 10 cards of their deck. Not to survive my Ichrid. Can't imagine so. Shambling Shell. But missing here is awful for us, actually. 1 Creeping Chill. No Narcomoebas. Everything's tapped. Take 15. Yeah, okay. Okay. Sounds good. So we'll cut the griefs. We'll cut the forces, I think. We'll play around with this and double check. No, it's all a bit too perfect. Leylines in, Vigors in for their Leylines, Wastelands for their Bazaars. Sideboarding, done. Interaction out. Dredge deck, go brrrr. No. Dredge deck go nowhere. Dredge deck go nowhere. Cool. Let's powder this. We'll keep a Leyline in our deck. Why not? Mulligan. I've got it all. Okay, so 4 cards. Put 2 cards on the bottom. What do you think? Noxious or Noxious Strip Mine? I think it's supposed to be Noxious Strip Mine. Unfortunately, I've got a Leyline of the Void. I don't even get activation. Although, no, I do get an activation because they don't have a Leyline, so my figure's dead. Cool. Let's go get trapped, I guess. Or Vigored ourselves. Okay, nothing there. Nothing so far. Let's open up their exile zone. Wasteland me. Cool. Seems good so far. Can I have it back? No. Okay. Seems fair. Seems fair. It's pretty difficult for us though because we are going to fall behind if we're just slow dredging, which we kind of have to do. We can't just be out there drawing cards to try and hit a Bazaar. That said, if I just said no that turn, I would have found exactly a Bazaar of Baghdad. In for 4. But they don't have the vigor, right? So they have to go and find it now. And I've got good graveyard stuff going on. So it's just how long does it till they find a vigor? How quickly can they clean all of this up? They've got a lot of cards to work with as well. They've got a hollow one of their own. They find a vigor. No. I'll dredge my grave troll. Hit creeping chill. I've got a ghoul, so I'll bring back an amalgam. So that all sounds dope. In for 4. But it kind of has to block, I think. They've got 4 cards in hand. Still Smoke Golden Prized Amalgam come into play. Whilst this is all great, this is just them getting leylined rather than anything else. Like if they were able to find a Vigor a little bit sooner. Oh, they got the Vigor. Yeah, they've got it. There's massive pause on my upkeep. Yeah, so they Vigor me. And now they're gaming. Stinkweed Prized Amalgam. And nothing else. Interesting. Don't know why you'd stop there. I found an Icarid, so my Amalgams are going to come back. They're going to really churn through there. They've got to activate here to try and hit an Alchemy, but to block with. Yeah. They hit a Creeping Chill. And just a Creeping Chill. So we're going to get him for 3 total. But they've got so much going on. Another Chill. 2 Narcomoebas. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong. It's all gone horribly wrong. 2 Bazaars again, though. And I've got 0. Did they drop Bridges? Bridges are like your best card. I could just never push through here, right? I've not got enough going on in my deck to win here. So I'm going to have to consider like blocking and shit. So I'm going to fall to a healthy 7 here. Or 6, sorry. And then they're going to have 3 Amalgams. And next turn they get 3 Icarids. And they still got a draw step to dredge through as well. And they found another Narcomoeba. Oh no, there's Bridges there. And another Chill, so I fall to 3. Looks like we're going to have to get our win next round instead. Okay, I lose, I guess. All their Chills have gone though, so if we can come up with the blockers for 2... Oh no, they've got a Bridge. Sure. Alright, see you next round. Did I press concede? God, the game doesn't want me to complete. Maybe conceding actually uses the stack. Yeah, cool. It does. I could only concede with priority, apparently. Okay, so round 6, winning in time against Frosty, who played Oath of Druids yesterday. So we're going to powder. And we've got a Bazaar, we've got a Hollow One, we've got some nonsense. So we'll keep this and we'll see what they come with. But Oath is tough, I think. Especially with this hand. This hand doesn't really do a lot, does it? So Mana Crypt first. They could obviously not be on Oath as well. See. And Show and Tell. Tinker. Okay. Turn 1 Tinker from the opponent into Bolas the Citadel. And that's all they've got there. That's cool. We can't remove that at all. So, didn't even hit a blue card. So I'm going to drop Shell, Icarid, Shell. Now I'm going to grief them. Maybe I'm supposed to Hollow One first. No, actually, no, I think grief is... I know grief is resolved at this point, I'm saying, but I think grief is better to go first. That might use the force. But no, Hollow One needs to resolve. Hollow One always resolves, right? Because if they're holding an Oath. Yeah, I don't know. So it tracks it in. What the fuck is that? Into the Floodmoor. Man, that's such a cool name for a card. And the art's cool as well, right? Gift a Tapfish. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they create a 1/1 blue creature token. Right. Which then target creature doesn't have time to get opponents. Instead, return target on opponent. Right, so they can give me a token in exchange for my Hollow One. What do we want to take? The bouncy card or the attract? So I guess the bouncy card isn't doing anything, is it? Because attract means they can find show and tell. So let's take this, pass this, cast this, and now we can pass the turn. And probably have effect in their draw steppers, I guess. Because we need them to not hit a mox off the top here. They don't have a mox on top, we know that. They probably have like a land or something. So then draw step, we can top the Tinker, which actually currently doesn't do anything, right? Try and buy a turn this way. So we give them Tinker. If they want to tinker, they have to sacrifice their house. Flusterstorm was the top card of their deck. Okay. I suppose that's fine. So I've not got anything to do now. This is my graveyard. Their turn. Tropical Island off the top of the deck. And I'm going to get flooded into the moor at some point, but that doesn't really matter. So we'll activate in response to this. Ichor Trigger. We find a Stinkweed Imp. Creeping Chill, Silver Smoke Ghoul. All very tasty. We'll discard those cards. We'll hold the Force of Will, not that we're ever going to get onto it, but... And Ichor can eat grief. We've got another Ichor in here as well. Opponent's falling to a healthy 10. So their house is like running out of relevance quite quickly. And I'll get an Amalgam back on their end step as well. So in we go for our 7. They've got 3 cards in hand and we know them all. Well, they didn't bounce anything, that's interesting. Doesn't sound right to me. It's an instant. I'm paying some costs. You're going to bounce something? You bounce the Hollow One, sure. Oh, I see, yeah. So you take the 4 and then that way I have to recast it and then it's 2 turns. So that does make sense. I'm going to get an Amalgam back there at 10. They've got a Strip Mine off the top. I think that's fine as well. Like it's not great because if they find something good then it's difficult, but otherwise they're just dead on board actually. So they need to have another Into the Floodmoor thingy on top of their deck. So I've got these 2 Ichorids here. That's going to kill them quite quickly. Traditionally 12 damage is more than 10 life. Yep. Okay then, so Oath of Druids. I'll bring in some Vigors. I'll bring in some... Do I want those? I don't think so. I don't think I'm too worried about Strip Mines. I think I want max interaction, so I think I'm just going to cut the Ghouls. And one of these. Yeah, I think that looks good for a start. They might have a Tabernacle in there somewhere, but I typically don't really want creatures in play against them, you know? I think I want to interact with them, and the Ghouls are the only creature that accidentally falls into play. The Amalgams can, but that means I can just like decline everything else if I'm really playing that way, but if I'm playing like that I'm probably dead anyway. So... Right then, no Bazaar there. We'll take a Mulligan. And we get to keep double grief on the draw. I'll just discard the Amalgam. Is that good? Probably not. I should probably just discard a grief, right? Like, no, I'm on the draw, so I do have the extra card. I'll just Get rid of shell. No, because shell I need for the other card, the vigor. So let's get rid of the thug. Let's do that. Over to them. Looks like they got a ley line, yeah. Do you have anything else to go with your ley line? It's the big question. I'll probably have Sphinx of the Steel Wind post board for that Tinker that we saw in game 1. Or the whole Tinker package goes out, I don't know. He did have a land, they're not that all in. How to play. Oh, they've got Ancestral as well. Cool stuff. Leyline and Ancestral is going to be tough to beat. So I do have to activate and come off of one of these. I guess I grief pitching Amalgam to start with. Next, what if I want to keep a Force of Will? So I grief pitching Shell because I've already drawn a green card to replace that with, but then I'm coming off of one of these cards anyway. Let's see what they're working with, coming off of the more redundant card to start with. I don't know if I want this hollow one in play or not right now. Okay, that just gets through. So let's have a look. Oath Mox attracts a Force of Will brings DT. Jesus Christ. Take Force of Will, take Oath. Jesus. So next turn LDT for show and tell. This hand is insane. So if I take Force of Will, then take Oath of Druids. I guess after activating at that point. Yeah, so Force of Will first, then we activate. No, I'm never going to win this game. We'll take Oath. Yeah, because I was going to DT for show and tell and I'm not fast enough. And this was like, this hand was a little bit good. And what I've got to show for it is this. Or I could have maybe like not played that second grief, just taken the Oath off the first one. But then I have to grief back in to get rid of Force of Will later. If I'm looking for Vigor. I could have maybe come off the hollow one. This is just like the world's easiest DT for show, isn't it? That's annoying. So... Oh, they top deck Orchard and they found an Oath. Okay, fine. Fine. So we're going to lose. We'll look at their deck first of all. So I'm just looking at their deck as well. poke them anyway. No reason not to. So post board, what have they got? They've got 1 tabernacle, 4 ley lines, and then nothing else that's relevant, plus all their combos. So I'll get an attractor trigger. I'm not activating here just because we're dead. I'm just watching. So know exactly bauble. It's funny that playing Vex and bauble. Okay. And then they find some other stuff. Tabernacle, walk, ley line, ley line. Yeah, cool. So it's just the same as yesterday. Cool. So we need to like not die, I guess. Do I want some sort of strip mining stuff? I don't think so. I'd just rather counter everything and kill everything. They've got 4 Force of Wills. That's all of their interaction. 4 Force of Wills and Misstep. Oh, and 2 plus Storms. Right, that makes a lot more sense. I was looking at this list like 7 bits of stack interaction, a Vexing Warble, and a bunch of payoffs. Yeah, really like combo-y version. 2 Poseidons, 1 strip miners to know about as well, but keeping their main stuff off the board is going to be the main event for us, I think. Obviously, no vigor here. Let's hope they ley line to a bunch. No, they absolutely don't need to. So just another 7-card ley line hand. Let's just go with the grief then. See how good their hand is. Time Walk, Oath, Flash, Ruby. So let's take Oath. Is that a Tabernacle? No, it's a Delta. Okay. So we'll take the payoff here. They can obviously walk into something if they want to. I'm going to keep the Stinkweed Imp. I should have kept the Shambling Shell. I'm pretty stupid, actually. But they get to walk on turn 1. Their Oath is gone. I don't need a draw step stop now. So Ruby comes in. Maybe actually keeping this is better than keeping Shambling Shell, because this actually has text, right? In the same way that we used it last time, just like to buy a turn. They got 3 cards in hand, the mystery card, Flash plus Delta. So no plays from the opponent, which is, you know, good and bad. Just hope they drew lands. I'm going to activate because I need to find a Vigor so that I have an operational deck. Don't find it. Keep the Dredger. In for 4. Or maybe there's an argument there that I should keep a blue card, because then I can find either type of force going forwards. I think I'd buy that at this point. That's another land from them. Another Bazaar from me. Yeah, because we're like reaching a point in the game, aren't we, where I don't think this Bazaar backed out, I don't think. We're reaching a point in this game where Force of Will is better than, not better than, but, you know, equal to Force of Vigor. Force of Will and Force of Vigor are very similar. And they've got 3 cards in hand. They're drawing to Haymakers every turn. So maybe I need to find a Force of Will. So I think they've played another land because they've still got 3 cards. Let's just send for 4 and activate if I want to respond to something. that'll figure out my discards better. Oh, they've got a fetch here. That's interesting. For Bayou, do you have something to do? No. Okay. Just thinning. Thinning in the name of. So, Misty. They're flooding hard here, which is good. We'll activate end step. My regret is unimaginably high. Fucking hell. Okay, so Hollow One, pass your Delta, you'll have 7 mana. Do you play a white source? Forbidden Orchard. I'm just gonna get off the Hollow One, I think. I've got to take an extra turn anyway. Just hold green and blue. Do I give them polluted Delta? I guess I activate first, see if I can find a Force of Will. No, I do find Force of Vigor though. But I feel like giving them a Delta is better here. No, it's the same, right? No, it's not, because they can find a payoff. I'm just going to discard these cards. And then we just upkeep, give them a Delta. Does that make sense? They're fetching with Misty Rainforest. I'm going to give them I'll give them a Misty Rainforest, why not? It's the top one. They force down to 1. Exiling the flash that we know about, they've got 2 cards in hand. And they concede the match. So we're in the top 8. Classic, this is why you play Hollow Ones. I do think I messed up the mid game there, and I think I'm supposed to notice it on the Narcomoeba discards. When I keep the treasure, I think I'm supposed to keep a Narcomoeba and discard Stinkweedent. Because they had so much mana that they can cast everything, so Grief is dead, we can ignore Grief. And then it means that if I draw Force of Will or Force of Vigor on these activations that I'm doing, I can keep either one. So yeah, we win. A lot of luck went into this win, right? Opponent had Leyline and then they just drew lands all day. Pretty good. So we're 5-1. That's going to be a guaranteed top 8. New price support's interesting. 17th to 24th is a rebuy and nothing else. Top 16 gets a little something. They get some QPs, I think that's new. Top 8 gets not even two entries, but they do get 20 QPs and 10 chests. Obviously this is the one you want to get, the Bloomberry set. Big value in there, I'm sure. Don't know, but you know, first place. Anyway, I'll see you later for the top 8. Okay, nerds, so it's top 8 time. There's some people here that we've met already. I played against Cal 402, I think. Can't remember what they played, maybe Mono White. Usunk's usually dual, Frosty's on Oath, Matthias could be on anything. That's a dredge matchup, so there's 3 that we don't know. But yeah, no, top 8 time. Okie dokie, so we're up against Daniel Lakos, who I already played today, right? Yeah, and they're on Lurus. So I played Cal, Frost, Matu Heck. So 4 of my opponents are in the top 8. My breakers must be stacked then. Not really. I don't understand how it works. Never mind. Anyway, our hand looks cracked. Let's keep this. We are on the draw. We've got a negation to try and like chill out a bit with. But you know, if they can't beat a turn with game 1 single activation sort of thing, they're going to struggle against 2 Bazaars. So you get to take a little look at their own deck with Bauble. They've got a Lurus, that's a Delta. Fetch with Delta. Mox Pearl. It's fine. So it's probably just a Bowman then. Turn 1 Bowman or turn 1 Ancestral. We're up to 5 cards after the Bauble cycles. Let's play Bazaar. I think I will just pitch my Icarid to the grief to force the bowman, so then they don't get like the whole thing, you know. So I've got a flash in bowman now. Otherwise, I get to take it. And I'm not too fussed about the bowmaster either. Once I've activated, okay. So they force pitching a card. Let's find out what they force. Days. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, because they could have floated the mana, so they just absolutely are holding the bowman, right? Sure, you've got a bowmaster. Crack on. Yep. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I've got force and negation if it's good. So let's discard. Yeah, the ones that we want to discard. I'll hold on to the Creeping Chill for a moment just because I could find another grief off my draw step next turn when I get Wastelanded this turn. They've got a Bowmaster. I don't think that's going to be a massive deal. I could have actually discarded the Amalgam, couldn't I? No, not really. Yeah, no, I could have. But then I come off the negation, so no. So they're getting for 4, which is quite a lot of damage, really, isn't it? And I'm going to activate in response to my Icarid trigger. So Thug. Oh, Thug and a miss. The brutality. Do I want an Amalgam in play? Yes. Yes, I do. So we'll eat grief. We'll get an Amalgam trigger. And then we'll go to our draw step and we'll dredge our Thug and pray. Nothing. Just missed on dredges. So if I activate here, how much am I taking? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say they got another Bowmaster. 8, 9. So I'm still fine to get an activation off. Ish. 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need to hold this activation for a while, I think. Because I think if I activate, don't I die? I take 3 from it coming into play. So it'll be 7, 8, 9. So yeah, weird stuff. So they didn't have a Bowmaster there. I'm just going to wait for them to do me combat damage first. They probe me for 2 life. The other Amalgam's going to come back. I've got 3 cards in hand. This is all very strange. They buy Lurus, okay. And they get in. Oh no, too scared. Too scared. So I can't actually dredge here, so I may as well just do it on end step. Thug and 2 ghouls. But I can have 2 untapped Amalgams at the very least. We can work out what we want to do with those. Sorry, it's really hard working with just 1 Thug into a Bowmaster, you know? And I miss again. Take another Bowmaster trigger off me. Well, I guess I've got to go now, right? Because otherwise... Oh, finally, there you are. Can I get a chill? Yeah, thank you. It's about time my deck paid me back. It's been pretty shit so far today. Not today, but you know, this turn. So Narcomoebas, Creeping Chills cement the ghouls. Narcomoebas mean I can't die. Do I want to bring back an Icarid? Yeah, why not? So I think I can attack with everything now. Dredge Step, Stinkweed Imp. One Creeping Chill there, and I've drawn a lot of them, haven't I? 1, 2, so I've only got 1 chill left, but let's just get in for 3. The Amalgam's dying is fine because they'll see the ghouls come back in. So it's really not a big deal. And now I'm not giving them any more Bowmaster triggers. So yes, their Bowmaster can go. They take 3. Silversmiths come into play. Amalgams come into play on their end step. Or Amalgam, sorry. This is a really weird game. Just missing on dredges the whole time. I know we've kind of stabilised and life is sweet and stuff, but so strange just having that thug the whole time. So they've got a Lurus, but that's not going to save them here, right? 1 Amalgam, 2 Icarids. Coming back. I've got 20 cards, 2 Bazaars. Yeah, I'm just going to find my single chill actually. It's only 1 chill. Oh no, maybe it's both chills. No, yeah, so 1 chill left, 2 chills in the yard. Strange game. Deck kind of floundered, which you don't usually get out of Bazaar. Or out of Dredge at least in game 1. But I think there's some sort of street party going on near me. So I can hear singing. I don't know if you guys can hear singing. I don't know, it's a bit weird. It's a bit loud. Right. Delta gets fetched. And it looks like a dig through time then. Okay. I'm gonna put my graveyard away just whilst we watch them do stuff on it. Their graveyard's dead now, so. I thought so maybe they can find their main deck Soul Guide Lantern. And bink my graveyard. But that won't save them versus the absolute onslaught, right? Yeah, no. Cool. So what was it they were on last time? Danielaikos. There you are. Tournament finishes, Lurus Saga. Sorry, it's coming back. So they had Jailers, Crypts, and Tabs. So we can just bring in these and these. I'm on the draw, so I want the blue cards in. So I can drop these 3. And then maybe just the 3 ghouls. And just call it a swap. Then I can actually fight, and then on the play I can bring in the griefs and the ghouls and take out the blue cards. I could maybe keep a ghoul in and thug, but they don't have anything, do they? They've got Saga, but I've got 3 strips. The Ixid Jailer needs to die, and then it's just Crypts and Tabs, but only 2 Crypts. So yeah, I think this is fine. Vigorless Control or something like that. But okay, another 2 Bazaar hand, this time with a negation for their first Crypt. I guess we'll keep. If you know. Okay. Let's see how low they go. Hopefully to 0. They might go to 6 and they keep. Okay, cool. So Thomas Crypt gets negated. And that gets through. And that's like gone. So now we get to play Bazaar. Let's get rid of this nonsense here. And let's see if they've got. There's an argument there that we keep like a thug or something, but keep a thug, ditch a powder maybe, just in case they got a second piece of graveyard hate. They've got 5 cards to Did your whole life depend on that Tormod script? I can't imagine that's true. So Scalding Tarn fetches on the Delta, fetches on the Tarn as well. Okay, so just a Jailer then maybe. Yeah, Jailer's good. Jailer's good. So they've got 3 cards in there. So we've got to go and find some hollow ones. Fucking all these creeping chills, man. I think I can activate again. I don't think it matters. Okay, maybe it matters. Cool. So you got 4 cards, and now we're in trouble. Okay, Time Walk, Wasteland. They Wasteland all of my bazaars, and they play their C, and then they can buy their Lurus or something. Nice, they found a Boatmaster. We don't have a choice about this though. We have to find the thing that turns on our graveyard again. We do not. I'm just getting locked out by the Jailer. And I can't even really force a will, can I? Just take a bunch. Go to 7. I buy Lurus. So I'm not even gonna get. I'm gonna get like Jailer for a turn or something. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I activate. Yeah, I'm just dead. Cool. Next game. So yeah, 2 pieces of hate. Pretty good. Pretty good. So I want the grease back, but maybe I can just trim in different ways. How many is this? This isn't very many, is it? Especially considering it's a match where I've already struggled to get hold of my bazaars. Not my bazaars, my dredges. Actually, why am I cutting thugs when I can cut shells? Because I'm not bringing the vigors. So just 10. So really 13 is like 11. I need is about as low as I want to go. So I need one more cut from elsewhere. Maybe just a negation then. Maybe it should be both negations and a chalice. I don't know. Powder this. Powder this. Cool. 2 chills have gone. 2 imps. We get to keep on 7 though. And we'll see what they do. They begin with 7 as well. Pretty brutal. So let's activate the Bazaar. And let's discard the cards that want to be in the graveyard. Cast a Hollow One. Probably won't fight over Hollow One. Just fight over hate pieces, I think. Hollow One trading for a frog, it's so sick. I've got my special thug down here for when I get wastelanded. The thug will bring us home. So I will counter a Tormod's Crypt here, because I can't get Crypt and wasted, that's too bad. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, I will fight a Crypt here. That gets through, they wasteland me. We pick up the thug and we pray. I'm not going to Icarid. I'm going to dredge with my thug. I hit a Narcomoeba, that's going to bring back an Amalgam, Grief, Stinkweed Imp. Is that Grave Troll? Oh, it's a Grave Troll. Let's hope we have a graveyard. There we go. So now we can... why are you asking me questions? Oh, I can kill stuff, that's why it's asking me questions. So yeah, so now we just need to hope that they don't find their other Tormod's Crypt. Tabernacle would be a bit annoying, but I've got an Icarid, Bloodstained Mire. Holy hell. So Icarid's going to eat the Grief here. Draw step will pick up our Grave Troll. Get a Narcomoeba. Crunchy crunch. And they've still got a lot of cards in play. In hand, I mean. 4 of them. But the life total's falling, and that's all we can ask for, really. This Sickening Shoal is basically stapled to a Yixla Jailer, nothing else, I think. I don't care about Bowmasters or anything. I'm not even drawing 1 card a turn, let alone an additional. Psychic Frog's probably quite annoying for us. So they get a Swamp. They play a Soulwave Lantern, sure. I can't really contend with that, so they'll eat my Icarid. I'll see if they let me dredge. I'll dredge if they let me. Will I dredge if they let me? I don't know the answer to that question. Let's hope we don't get tabbed. We didn't get tabernacled. Do I want to dredge or do I want to just take hard draw? I guess I can just take draws because then I can draw wastelands, right? It's a bizarre effect, Dad. I would activate that though. And then we'll attack them. So I've kept a thing to get back a wasteland with later, and a black card to pitch to Sickening Shoal. Opponent's at 6. Fetch lands are getting worse for them. They're drawing a card. That's how good it's going for them right now. And we win the match. So we're into the semi-finals. It's cool that we're in a position where we could largely ignore that Soul Guide Lantern. Obviously I did change my play and draw some cards and stuff, but yeah, they just struggled a bit on mana. 3 hate pieces this game, but it wasn't quite as lights out as the Jailer was in game 2, but we did in fact kind of had the Jailer covered. So yeah, see you for the semis. Okay, so we're up against Matu Hex, or Matu the... I don't know what I'm supposed to say. We're up against this dredge player again, on the draw again. So they beat us in the Swiss with 2 Bazaars in 2 games. And we got 2 Bazaars this time. How many cards? We've got 2 cards to go back. Forcible, Narcomoeba. Ordering differently. Narcomoeba, Forcible. Dunzo. Okay, so we need to find a dredger, and then if we do, we've got 2 Bazaars. They've got a dredge on 7 though. How many Icarids? 1 Icarid, a Grave Troll, Stinkweed Imp. Pretty brutal. Do I want to be noxing Icarids? Do I want to be noxing Icarids? I don't have a dredger, man. have a dredger. Let's see what they can come with here. Amalgam, Narcomoeba, yes, they just got all of it again. Yeah, I can't even Noxious to break up these amalgams, can I? So, just let them have it. Not bothering on the Icarid is cute. I've just Noxious the Bazaar of Baghdad, so I'm going to Noxious, not my graveyard. I'm going to Noxious Prized Amalgam, I think. Is that right? Or do I just Noxious like a... Yeah, I'll Noxious a Prized Amalgam, because then if they want their Bazaar, they don't get their Amalgam. If they want their Amalgam, they don't get their Bazaar. So their second Bazaar, obviously, they had it again. Jokes. Their second Bazaar is underneath their next card here. So they're going to get one Amalgam back into play here, and things look a bit more chill than they did before. However, we don't have a dredger. That continues to be true. I won't eat food. Just give me a dredger. No, okay. Cool story, cool story. I can't attack because the Amalgams and the Icarids coming in. And they're going to go like exceptionally ham this turn, and we just didn't find a dredger. So that's the story. This is their graveyard that we're looking at. Oh yeah, they're bridges as well. Fuck me. 2 Icarids, bridges, blah blah blah. I will play this out. But I got 2 Bazaars, an operational deck, a bridge from below, 15 Amalgams. Oh, we're so dead. So annoying as well, because like if we go back to the Swiss, if we go back to the pairing board here, I thought it went 1, 4, 2, 3, and we've already beaten Cal this tournament, so we're on mono white. What's going on? So I thought this was going to be like the finals matchup rather than anything else. I take a bunch of damage. I go to 5, you get some bridge tokens, so I don't have a dredger. And you've got 2 Amalgams. Oh, and a third one coming back on my instep. Beautiful. This looks beautiful. And this is why you play the bridges, right? Because I just don't have outs at all. Especially not when I miss on dredges all day. There's a dredger. Sure, this is pointless. Cool. So is this a Leyline of the Void matchup where I want my blue pitchers? I can't beat their deck. So do I want to be able to protect my Leylines? Because that's the only way we're winning this. Grease can go. Ghouls can go. Is that true? So usually it's just the 4 Force Fields and it's easy. But the fact that I can't win if we've both got decks that are working because their bridges are too good, then maybe I want to keep my forces in. Trim what? Two thugs and a ghoul or something like that. Blue counts horrific, but we don't need to talk about that. 2 thugs, a ghoul, another ghoul, or an Icarid, because the ghouls can block. That's 61 still. How's this 61? Oh, because I've got all the ghouls in here. So now I can Force of Will their Force of Vigor and protect the Leyline, protect the game that way. I don't like this sideboarding strategy. I hate having forces in post board, but I do just feel that I can't actually beat their deck if we're both doing the thing. I've got a Bazaar, I've got to keep it. But I think that's a massive, massive disadvantage for us. Like, I needed my hand to be like Bazaar, Leyline, Force of Will, blue card. Maybe I'm asking too much of my deck, actually. Maybe it's just supposed to be like, yeah, have Leyline, Bazaar, and Prey, rather than thinking about what happens when I have a Leyline if I'm not actually going to mulligan to Leylines. Yeah, never mind. Alright, they don't have a Leyline either. I do have a Force of Will, I do have a Wasteland, okay. Okay. I've got Force of Will for there. So we're probably just dredging slowly here. See what their discards are like. Bridge, powder. Hollow one. Hollow one's fine. So I'm going to wasteland them, and I need all of my cards, so I've just got to dredge slowly. I'll just dredge the Stinkweed Imp. I won't eat the shell with the Icarid. Oh no, I will, because I can kill the bridge that way. Dredge slowly here. 2 Narcomoebas and another Icarid. Attack you for 3. They block, their bridge dies. Force a Vigor my Hollow one to get your bridge token. I don't know about this. Do they pitch? Oh, I pressed OK when I picked up my mouse. Okay, well they've got a token then, I guess. Oh no, they just, no, what am I talking about? They don't have a token. I know how cards work. We'll play Wasteland, and we'll Wasteland their Bazaar of Baghdad. My hand can't improve, so I'm just going to chill out on my thing here, on my hand. I hate this game. They got so many Bazaars. How many did they register? So I'm going to Noxious my Bazaar. And I'm going to activate this Bazaar. And discard all of these cards. And now I can activate this one. And dredge the Stinkweed Imp I've got in my graveyard. Provided they don't Noxious me. Did not. Stinkweed Imp. Another Narcomoeba. Did I find the stuff for Icarid food though? I found a Silver Smoke Ghoul, which I think I will eat, and I found a Stinkweed Imp, which I think I will eat. Yeah, that works. Just deal damage, I guess. Dredge one of the imps. Play Bazaar, yeah. So they're going to go quite wide this turn, which is quite problematic for us. I found a Silver Smoke Ghoul, which will bring back any amalgams I've got. Dredge a Stinkweed Imp down to 19 cards. Just one chill though. And let's just get in for 8. They're going to go kind of hard. Let's hope they don't have like the 3rd Bazaar. Sorry, my graveyard's not out. So my graveyard's kind of stacked. My 2 amalgams are coming back. Apparently my Silver Smoke Ghoul is 2. So my Silver Smoke Ghoul's coming back now, which means my 2 amalgams coming back on their end step. My Icarids die, but they get to dredge 10 here, plus the draw step, so like 15 cards. I'll put my graveyard away. Sorry, I've not been very good at it the last few rounds. First of all, it didn't matter last game. So but they found so many Icarids. How are they so good? How are they this good at this game? Although they did not find the third bazaar, so definite skill issue there, and they've conceded the game. These games have been wild, to be honest with you. Right, what do we think about sideboarding strategy? Because I personally hate it, but I also really dislike the fact that I feel like if our decks are both working, I can't win. I need them to not have two bazaars. Do I want the thugs and the ghouls and stuff, or do I want the 4 Force of Wills? I didn't Force of Will anything in this game. I also didn't understand how Bridge from Blow worked. Which is fair, it's not a card I've played often. That's a joke. How do I feel about this site? I think it's horrible, but maybe on the draw it works. It's horrible. I'm gonna resubmit. It's horrible, but like genuinely, I'm so far behind in deck building that I think cheesing them in some way like this is actually still a thing that we can consider. Well, now we can't. Oh, and they've got a ley line as well. Okay. They've got a ley line and bazaar, and I've got no green cards. And they've just got the world again. And their discards. Like the nut high discards. Well, let's go find something to do, because I've got to find a vigor. So I found a grave troll. It's a good start. Well, it's not, but I think we're just dead to that. I think we're dead to the fact that we're behind in activation and on the draw sort of thing. It looks like we'll be behind 2 activations realistically. So let's look at their graveyard, because it's naturally got all the Icarids in it. All the Icarids. All the Icarids, that's all I've got to say. And a bridge and a therapy. They therapy me. Force of Vigor. There you go. I don't have a Force of Vigor. Yeah, that was a weird name. You could have like got something, I feel like. So let's get rid of Chill, Amalgam, Thug. They've got 4 cards in hand. Laggy PC, this is fun. Yeah, and now we play Wasteland. We Wasteland you. We won't attack because they've got 18 Icarids. Okay. Show me your next bazaar. Yeah, there it is. How many bridges do they have? That's going to be the big question, right? 2 Chills, a Narcomoeba. Oh, we can just never win. We can just never win, so the bridge from blows. So I think what I'm going to do here, I don't love it, is I'm going to block an Icarid, and I think I'm going to blow up my hollow one to eat their bridge. And then I take 8, I go to 6. And I've got to find something insane. Oh, it doesn't go to the graveyard. It doesn't go to the graveyard. Well done, me. Oh well. We can't win anyway. We'll try to stink we didn't. Oh well. What's that? Top 4. Which is fine. What does that mean these days? Bunch of play points, bunch of chests. I don't know what it was before, to be honest with you. Congrats to Matty Heck and good luck in the finals. Genuinely, they had so many bazaars against us all day, didn't they? They've beaten us in deck building. Like, you just can't win this. But the advantage of being on like the Ghoul version is that they come into play slightly faster and stuff. So, hey ho. So it goes top 4, and I'll see you next time.